The Lord be with you. It's Sunday early afternoon, July 12th. We just tried to put up our video on our usual hosting site, and for whatever reason, they didn't like it, and they pulled that video down. For those who are on the email list, you notice that we sent it out and it's linked to OneDrive. It was higher resolution. OneDrive sometimes doesn't like that. If your bandwidth is poor, it might be a little slow. But anyway, for those who just watch the channel for the next video and don't get or don't look for the email, this is here. Look in the description below and you should find the link to OneDrive for today's video. Hopefully that will help you. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully this video won't mysteriously disappear either. But I want to give you a few tips. Several people have been talking about bulletins and trying to watch the video and use a bulletin, and the fact that we don't have all the words on the screen anymore because we're recording live services. So there's several things you can do, just as a reminder. We've talked about some of these before. One of which is, of course, you can print the bulletin. If you are printing, it takes paper and ink, yes. But you can do that. Remember, you can save a little bit. You don't need to print page 1. Sometimes you don't need the last page if it just has the acknowledgments and the little cross on the bottom. So only print the pages you need. You can print in black and white and save a little bit there. And for some, that's good. Other options are out there, though. If you have a large monitor, very wide monitor, open up the bulletin in one window and open up the video in a different window and just put them side by side on the same monitor. You can watch both at the same time, jump back and forth, very easy. If you don't have a large monitor, that may not be the best option. But if you have a secondary device, okay, now I have mine just on phone because it's simple, but you can pull up the bulletin on another device, and then now a phone is small, that for most people's eyes that's not going to work. But if you have a tablet or even a secondary laptop or something, you could put the bulletin on there, watch the service on your main screen, and that's great. But there's another trick. Now, this was brought up by Colleen Hesseman. She mentioned a great insight on Wednesday Bible study, I think it was. And then Josh gave me some further insights on how we can do this. So let me move this camera for just a minute here. And okay, so you can kind of see, there you see this video being recorded, and I'm going to try and put this down. First, let me show you what I got going on. We have the bulletin set up on one separate window, and on a different window, I've got the order of service. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me put this back. Look at the keyboard here. Look at my hands. Yours might be in slightly different places, but you're going to look for the Alt button and your Tab button. You're going to press Alt and Tab. And what that's going to do is that's going to take you back and forth. So if the only two things you have open, here I'm going Alt Tab between my camera video and my bulletin. But once you put up the bulletin and then you go to the video, you can even full screen it, then hit Alt and Tab at the same time. And look, there's your bulletin, there's your video. We can play the video, watch and listen to the service. Oh, wait, we're singing. Alt-Tab over to the bulletin. And, oh, wait, now we're going to something responsive. Alt-Tab. And now we can see if we want to see, but if we want to read, we go Alt-Tab back. All right. Alt-Tab. Going to pause that and bring you guys back around here. Hopefully I'm lined up. Okay. All right, so Alt and Tab, hit those two buttons together in sequence, hit Alt, then the Tab button. It'll jump you between two separate windows that you can use. And that way you can keep the video full screen, and you can have the bulletin, and you just look at whichever one fits the moment. I hope that's helpful. Thanks to Colleen and to Josh for those ideas. But there's lots of ways to do it, and I hope that's one of them works well for you. Lord be with you guys. Have a great week. We will see you along the way.